Very good morning everyone. Once again welcome back to RKP online classes, and in our today's video we will be studying about unit 4 of our Beehive book, and the name of our chapter is A Truly Beautiful Mind. So let me give you a brief introduction of this chapter. Here we will be talking about a mind which has been stated as being beautiful. Now when we talk about something being beautiful, we are obviously talking about its internal feelings, and here we will be talking how the mind is turned to be beautiful, because we have often heard the word hearts are beautiful. Something, any painting that has been made, that is beautiful because it appeals to our emotions. So all those things are said beautiful, but in this chapter we will be seeing how the mind is termed as being beautiful. So for brief introduction, in this chapter we will be talking about a scientist, and he's a well-known scientist in today's era even, and the name of that scientist is Albert Einstein. Whenever we think of some great people, if we are thinking of it, like if we talk about Albert Einstein, if we talk about some other scientists like APJ Abdul Kalam, we often think that those great peoples must have been great since childhood. But that is something very far from reality. It is not at all true. It is not so that if some person has become successful, if some person has become great after many years in the adult years of his life, or in his later age, if he has become successful, that doesn't mean that he has been successful since his childhood, that he has succeeded in each and everything since his childhood. So open your books at page number 46, and for introduction we have, before you read, who do you think of when you hear the word genius? Means if you are hearing a word genius, what is the name that comes in your mind at first? Who is a genius? What qualities do you think a genius has? Now think of who is a genius and what are the qualities do you think a genius will be having. We shall now read about a young German civil servant who took the world by storm, but about 100 years ago. Means this story will be telling us about times that were 100 years ago. In the summer of 1905, the 26-year-old published in quick succession 4 groundbreaking papers about light, the motion of particles, the electrodynamics of moving bodies, and the energy. Now these are the topics that are concerning our physics. So these were the articles that were published by that great leader who later on became great. He published 4 papers and all of them were great, groundbreaking. Means all of them stunned the people. It took them by shock. They were surprised. They can't believe it at first. Next we have is, his works took up only a few pages in scientific journals. Means it was not so that he published lengthy books. It only took few pages. Next we have, but changed forever our understanding of space, time and the entire cosmos, and transformed the name Einstein into a synonym for genius. Means all the works that he had published, they were not only concerning our earth, they were also related to our cosmos, they were also related to our universe. And after that, after these works, there came a huge transformation, and the transformation also came into the name of that person. The name Einstein, which was his name, turned out to be synonym for genius. Means whenever any person thought of genius, the first name that struck into his mind was Einstein. Next we have, 50 years after his death, Albert Einstein Jr. still reigns. Reigns means rules. Here the spelling, you must have noticed the spelling. Means rules. Even after his death, even after so many years of his death, still he remains the most successful, most famous, most celebrated scientist. So let's look at the first paragraph. In first paragraph we have Albert Einstein was born on 14 March 1879 in the German city of Ulm, without any indication that he was destined for greatness. On the contrary, his mother thought Albert was a freak. To her, his head seemed much too large. Now we are being told about the birth of Einstein. Einstein took birth on 14th March. He was born on 14th March and he was born in a German city. And we are told that since his childhood there were no indication which could help people prophecy. Means there was no such indication looking at which someone can do a prophecy that he will be a great leader in future. There were no such indication. In fact, his mother thought he was a freak. He was a silly boy. He was not that intelligent. Now coming to the second paragraph, we have at the age of 2.5, Einstein still wasn't talking. Means child who are infant, they start speaking when they become of age 1. Means they start pronouncing some words, be it little words. It can even be of 2 letters. It can be a word that they are pronouncing. But Einstein was of 2.5 years, but still he didn't utter a word. He hasn't started speaking even a single letter. When he finally did learn to speak, he uttered everything twice. And when he finally spoke, when he started speaking, he used to repeat each and everything twice. Einstein didn't know what to do with other children, and his playmates called him Brother Boring. Means he didn't know how to converse with people, what games to play. Means he didn't know how to spend time with other people. And so he was given a name, and the name was Brother Boring. So the youngsters played by himself much of the time. Now this youngster means Einstein. He was always playing alone, all by himself. He especially loved mechanical toys. Mechanical toys means something that is related to mechanics. Like if we are talking about physics, in mechanics we can get like if we are striking 2 balls, if you have something of a toy which requires hitting 2 balls or something that requires pendulum sort of things, those toys were much loved by Einstein. Looking at his newborn sister Maza, he is said to have said, "Fine, but where are her wheels?" Now, he was so fascinated by mechanics since his childhood that when her sister was born, he said that, okay, she is my sister, I accept it, but where are her wheels? Means something that which brought his interest was mechanics. So he was looking for that thing in each and every living being or non-living being. In third paragraph we have a headmaster once told his father that what Einstein chose as a profession wouldn't matter because he'll never make a success at anything. Einstein began learning to play the violin at the age of 6, but his mother wanted him to. He later became a gifted amateur violinist, maintaining the skill throughout his life. Now, when he was in his school, his headmaster told his father that it doesn't matter what profession he will be taking after he is passing his college, after he is passing his school, no matter what he will be doing in his future life, because one thing is for certain, he will never be a successful person, whatever job he picks up. The headmaster declares this. Now at age of 6, Albert Einstein took to playing violin. He learned to play violin, and the reason for learning violin was that his mother wanted him to do so. And this was the thing that he developed, and he became a great violinist. Means he could beautifully play violinist, and he played it throughout his life. Coming to fourth paragraph, but Albert Einstein was not a bad pupil. He went to high school in Munich, where Einstein's family had moved when he was 15 months old, and scored good marks in almost every subject. Einstein hated the school regimentation and often chased, clashed and often clashed with his teachers. At the age of 15, Einstein felt so stifled there that he left the school for good. Now, it is not so that Albert Einstein was not good at studies, means he was not that bad a student, he was not that bad a pupil. He scored good marks in each and every subject. But one thing that irritated him was that he didn't like the discipline of the school. When they are told that you have to do this, you have not to do this, these were the things which didn't interest him. And because of these things, he often had a clash with his teachers, means he often fall out with them. Fall out means, I have taught you this word. Fall out means he often had argument with them. So for that reason, at the age of 15, he left his school because he thought there is no use of spending his time in school when he is not enjoying it. So he left school for good. Next we have paragraph number 5. The previous year, Albert's parents had moved to Milan and left their son with relatives. After prolonged discussion, Einstein got his wish to continue his education in German-speaking Switzerland, in a city which was more liberal than Munich. Now, after some years, means in the previous year, means he left school at 15. So at the age of 14, his parents left him with their relative when they moved to Milan. And they had a long discussion, means Einstein with his parents and relatives, he had a long discussion and he said that he wanted to continue his education in German-speaking Switzerland. Means he wanted to shift to a school or college which was situated in Switzerland, because the city he wanted to go in, or the college or school that he wanted to join, was liberal, means their discipline was not that strict as it was in his previous school. Einstein was highly gifted in mathematics and interested in physics. And after finishing school, he decided to study at a university in Zurich. Now, he was gifted in mathematics and physics because these were the things that fascinated him since childhood, because he had always played with toys that were mechanical toys, something that was related to mechanics. So he was very good at mathematics and physics, and therefore he decided he will be taking up these subjects in his university as well. But science wasn't the only thing that appealed to the dashing young man with the walrus moustache. Now, walrus moustache is the style of his moustache, and now they are telling that it was not only mathematics and physics that fascinated him. There was something else which fascinated that handsome young man, or that dashing young man.